Today we are going to look at solving two-step equations. So now instead of there just being one operation that's happening in a problem, there is going to be two operations happening in that problem. That operation can be numerous things, okay, but there's going to be two of them. Now, when we are doing this, we always have to do order of operations backwards. So most of us know order of operations as PEMDAS, right? Where we have parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division come together, addition and subtraction come together. So if we're gonna do that backwards, that means the first thing that we wanna undo, right? I'm going backwards, so SA, is we're gonna undo addition and subtraction first. Okay, this second thing that we are going to do is we are gonna work with our division and multiplication. So we're gonna undo any multiplication and division. Now, the key thing to understand here is that if we are doing order of operations, is that parentheses always comes last. So if there are any parentheses in a problem, those always come last. That's the key. Okay, so if we look at number one, right, we're gonna start with the same rule that we've been saying. We're gonna draw our line at our equal sign, and we're gonna find our variable, and we want our eyes to focus only on the side that our variable is on. And on this side, we are going to look and see first if there is any addition or subtraction, right? So I see that I am adding 5, and I know that I undo adding 5 by subtracting 5. So just like we did previously, right, I'm gonna cancel out this adding 5 by subtracting 5. And I'm writing it once on each side of the equal sign. So I'm gonna bring down the 17 minus 5, which gives me 12. And the only thing that I didn't cancel out over here is the 2x. So the 2x is falling straight down. The difference is that today I'm not done, I'm gonna continue that process, right? So now here's my variable. Right, and now I'm gonna undo any multiplication or division. So this is multiplying by 2, so I'm gonna undo multiplying by 2 by dividing by 2. And 12 divided by 2 gives me 6. So my solution for this problem will be x equals 6. Okay, so if we look at number 2, and we're gonna draw our line. We're finding that variable because that tells us which side we want our eyes to look on. So my eyes are gonna look over here. For the moment, I'm ignoring this stuff. I'm just looking over here. I'm seeing if there's any addition or subtraction. So I have subtracting 42, so I'm gonna undo subtracting 42 by adding 42. And I'm writing that once on each side of that bar that I made for the equal sign. Once on the left, once on the right. These cancel out, so my 3x is coming straight down because I didn't cross that out, and 42 plus 3 gives me 45. Right, then I'm continuing by doing the same process I was. So now I'm looking for any multiplication or division. I'm multiplying by 3, so now I'm going to divide by 3. And so we'll get x equals 15. So number 3, when we draw our line and we circle our variable, right now our eyes are focusing over here, but we're not gonna let that change anything. We're just ignoring the other side for a moment, right? So addition and subtraction we undo first. So I'm gonna undo adding 10 by subtracting 10, and I'm writing that once on each side of the line that I made. So 30 minus 10 gives me 20. Those cancel out, and I'm left with 4x over here. And then I'm gonna undo multiplication with division. So my 4's cancel. 20 divided by 4 gives me 5, and I'm just left with x. Now we can rewrite that with our x first, so we'll say x equals 5. Now, these steps in these equations can be anything. So if we look at number 4, right, now we have division happening, but that doesn't change our process. Right, we're still processing the same. So I'm drawing my line, I'm finding my variable. Addition and subtraction move first. So I'm gonna undo adding 2 by subtracting 2, and I'm doing that once on each side of the equal sign. So my 2's cancel, so I'll have y over 2 equals 4. Okay, then I'm going to continue. So now I'm going to undo, right? This is division. I'm going to undo division with multiplication. So my 2's cancel. And I'll get y equals 8. Now, every problem does not have to have addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. We might just see a problem where we have 2 steps of the same operation going on. So if we look at number 5, draw my line, here's my variable. You actually can choose to move either one of these first. Now, my students find it easier to move this denominator first. So we're going to undo dividing by 5 by multiplying by 5. Right, on each side. So those 5's cancel, and that leaves me with a 3a equals 35. Right, and then I'm going to undo the multiplication. So I'm going to undo multiplication with division. Now, we've talked about this before. Whether you turn this into a decimal, whether you leave it as a fraction, it doesn't matter. Just don't round your answer. So you can use your Desmos calculator to get that in any form. Just don't round it. Okay, so if I look at number 6, here's my W. All right, I'm going to undo addition and subtraction first. I'm going to undo adding 1 by subtracting 1, and that's happening once on each side of the equal sign. So 36 minus 1 gives me 35, and I'm left with W over 4. And I'm going to undo division with multiplication. So now I need to take 35 times 4. Let's see, I don't know that off the top of my head. 120, 140. Okay, so that will give us 140 equals W. And we could rewrite that as W equals 140. Now, there's one teeny tiny, I don't know if exception is the right word, because it does still follow the rules. It may be a teeny tiny trick. Okay, and that is when we see a fraction bar with numerous things in the top of it. Right, do we see how all of y plus 4 is in the top of this fraction? That means that y plus 4 is really in parentheses. And we said if we looked at our steps, parentheses always come last. Which means if this y plus 4 is in parentheses, those parentheses come last. Which means we need to move this 2 first. Right? That 2 has a division happening with it, so we undo division with multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay, the y plus 4 is what I didn't cancel out. And 6 times 2 gives me 12. Okay, but I'm not done yet. I still have more, right? I'm going to undo my addition with subtraction. Writing that once on each side. And I'll get y equals 8. So again, if we look at our next one, right, this has multiple things in the top of the fraction, which means this is really in parentheses. And parentheses come last, which means I need to move this 4 that's not in the parentheses first, right? This is attached with division. So I'm going to undo division with multiplication. So those 4's cancel. That says b minus 6 equals 48. Okay, then I'm going to undo my subtraction with addition. And then 48 plus 6 will give me 54. Last problem, right? Again, I have that long fraction bar, so that W plus 5 is really in parentheses, and parentheses come last, which means I need to move this 7 first, right? That 7 is attached with division, so I'm going to undo division with multiplication. So 7 times 1 is 7. These 7's cancel out, and that leaves me with a W plus 5. Right, I'm not done yet. W is not by itself, so I need to move this 5. I undo adding 5 by subtracting 5. Okay, which leaves me with a 2 equals W, or W equals 2.